To solve a quadratic equation by completing the square, first make sure that the equation is written in the form x squared plus bx equals c, where the constant is isolated. Then complete the square by adding b over 2 squared to both sides of the equation. This creates a perfect square trinomial, which can then be factored. After factoring, take the square root of both sides, remembering to account for both the positive and negative roots. Finally, solve the equations using these positive and negative square roots. Let's try an example. First, isolate the constant by moving negative 2 to the right side of the equation, making it a positive 2. Now let's find half of b and square it. Here, b is negative 2, half of that is negative 1, and squaring it gives us positive 1. So add 1 to both sides. On the left, we have a perfect square trinomial, which factors into x minus 1 squared. Note that we got negative 1 from dividing b by 2. On the right, we have 3. Take the square root of both sides, which isolates the binomial. On the right, we get a plus or minus square root of 3. Adding 1 to both sides, we get x equals 1 plus or minus the square root of 3, which is the solution in its simplest form. Let's try another example. Here, we first need to remove the coefficient of x squared by dividing every term by 3. This gives us x squared minus 10/3 of x equals negative 1. Now let's find half of b and square it. Here, b is negative 10/3. Find half of that by multiplying by 1/2, which gives us negative 5/3, and square it, giving us 25/9. Add 25/9 to both sides of the equation. This makes the left side expression a perfect square trinomial, which factors into x minus 5/3 squared. We got negative 5/3 by multiplying negative 10/3 by 1/2. On the right, we need a common denominator, which is 9. Negative 9/9 plus 25/9 equals 16/9. Take the square root of both sides to isolate the binomial. Separate the top from the bottom to find the square roots of 16 and 9, giving us positive and negative 4/3. Finally, add 5/3 to both sides to isolate x, which gives us two solutions: 5/3 plus 4/3, or 5/3 minus 4/3. Simplifying, we get 9/3, which equals 3, or 1/3.